kick as that sails over the end line. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run again with Harris. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lock behind it. Wow. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 15. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Burrow. That's complete, right side to Lazard.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
There we go. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Burrow will throw. Buying time to his left. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And some room to look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. 46 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Pickett. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Austin, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away from drawing level. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here we go. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Over the middle, complete. It's Johnson. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Finding his safety valve here, that's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Burrow. Able to find Lazard. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. The drive keeps moving.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Under a minute to go. Clock running at a back-and-forth first quarter of play. Harris running straight ahead. And a very determined run there
as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 57 yards rushing now in the opening quarter of this AFC Championship game. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yep, the lanes are there. Go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
That's caught. It's Austin left side. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. 7-7, our score after one. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Pickett. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Pickett. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. And this one a 41-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 33 yards that time.
Well, big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event, not getting to them early.
11, Palmer. 11.
And they go play action now. Burrow. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal.
11.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Isaiah Pacheco with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead here in this AFC title game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Looking to throw, Pickett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Off play action, Pickett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lajardo Sneed. And the Bengals are going to take over here up near the 40.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
Now Burrow on first down. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Isaiah Pacheco on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And not that the coach asked me, but I do like the call there to start the drive. Looking for something maybe to jumpstart this offense. And they decide to run a little screen play. Maybe give their running back a little bit of space. Mission accomplished. He turns that into good yardage and a quick 1st down.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
He's going to air one out. He's got a man complete. And he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
1st and 10, here's Pickett. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st half. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the 1st half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the 2nd half as well. They need to stay on guard.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
11 MT, 11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
11 Thomas. 11.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That gain on third down, good for 28. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Looking deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Pickett to throw on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
If we go back to the last series, remember, their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helped contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe his quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone coverage a little bit slow to get rid of the football.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Tally that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down. They fire this one quickly to Austin. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Pickett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These two defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders. And I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
12.
Burrow, he's going to keep it on the option.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end Fant. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, again, plenty of time to sit in the pocket and deliver the football. While the offensive linemen, they may be nameless and faceless to a lot of people, they certainly aren't to their teammates who are the skill position guys. They appreciate the heck out of them, and they're capitalizing.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down.
11 Thomas.
Now it's Burrow. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
This is the tight end Fant. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
11. Stop.
To the air again, Burrow. Going right back to Fant. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, ready? 11 mighty.
1st down. Here's Burrow. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line.
12.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow 1st down. Steps away to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
12.
On 2nd and 10, Burrow. That's complete right side to Lazard. Touchdown, Bengals. Alan Lazard from 13 yards out. And the Bengals continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Across the formation, he hits Austin.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well. A 3-score game here late. You could probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Pickett.
He's going to look deep down the field. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. A great effort there. 39 yards.
And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11.
Now it's Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Wide open receiver, complete. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive...
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Deontay Johnson, 56 yards.
And the Bengals are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Back to throw, Pickett. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's fourth down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Pickett, fourth down, desperation time.
He finds Austin complete.
And he is going to have the Steelers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
Flush to his right.
Austin is there and brings in another one.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No. Here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Pickett now to throw off the play fake.
Steps away. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. This offense on third down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be third and forever. And the pressure gets to him again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here we go. It's Pickett on fourth down.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
On third down, Burrow. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
McPherson's kick is good. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, There's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38.
11.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Now Burrow. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here's Austin. And the AFC champion has been crowned onto the Super Bowl. There cannot be a better feeling than this.
It's almost indescribable. And when we talk to players from the past, a lot of